Culture Daily. It is time for Unpacking. On Unpacking today, I'm going to be speaking to Myx Quest and also the Therapist. So we're going to get into a conversation with them, talking music and everything else that has happened with to them as well. Yes, with and to them. And so, yes, let's get into the chat, get to know them more and how far they have come on their journeys. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
It's a very
How
colourful day.
It is. Yes, I love my prints. So yeah,
I tried to match you. I tried to tap in.
I see a few.
Yeah, I tried to tap in. Elikem done his thing. I tried to tap in.
Is it Elikem the tailor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys need to get me locked in, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. You're welcome to Ghana, and then you're welcome to T Music TV
thank you,
as well. This is your first time in Ghana as a therapist?
No, that's my fourth time.
Your fourth time?
Yeah.
How has every visit been for you?
My first ever show I ever did when my first song came out, Knack, was in Ghana, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
It was in the garage.
It was a garage.
Yeah.
Are you planning another show anytime soon?
Next year I want to do a tour, like an African tour.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ghana is one of the list. Of places I want to do.
Okay. All right. Now let's get into how it all started for you two, okay? Because you are bound by music, right? So we are going to start with you, Myx, as a producer and a composer. Yeah. How did music start for you from the very? Let's take it back from your earliest.
You got
your earliest memory center. 5 hours? No, we don't. Just take it back to your earliest memories.
Yeah. So earliest memories. Back in the day, like always loved music. Obviously, growing up, listening to lots of music. Even I went to school in Ghana for a bit as well.
Okay.
So I went to Alfred Academy in Jolu, not around the corner. Then I went to the school. Everybody knows that if I say the school, you know where I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Oh, of course you do. Don't pretend. Don't pretend.
What school would that be?
What school do you think I'm talking about? If I say the school. Okay.
I would have said St. Rose's, but that's a girls' school.
You're good. All right, no, so I went to Alfred Academy in Jolu. I went to Fancy Pim as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah. You knew what it was, but it's cool. Yeah, so even in school, like I was like rapping and stuff, and like back in the day, like Kidder Fest and stuff. Yeah, like way back, So I've always been involved in music. Then I went back to London, because I came from London and went back. And then I started to get more serious in terms of like production and stuff, started working in the studios. I studied music as well, so I was studying it. And then I guess I had like a first break with a record label, producing like a few big records. I was quite young, like teenager. And then after that, carried on producing. Had an opportunity to work with Beyonce's label and her dad and stuff. So I was working with them for like about 5 years. So learned so much during that period as well. So there was like production, but then there was also kind of like exec type management and all of that type of stuff as well. So I was always flickering between the two. Anyway, fast forward to like maybe about 5 years ago, I was like, yo, I'm from Ghana. I haven't done much with Ghana. I'd done an album, Escape from the Hard Drive, about 6-7 years ago. Had some Ghanaian artists on there, but it wasn't an Afrobeats album. It was like kind of R&B. That's when I met like Jane, Afia, Irene Logan back in the day, J Soul, guys like that.
Right.
And then recently done tracks with like Camido, Kelvin Boy, Manifest.
Mr. Drew.
Yeah, Mr. Drew.
That song I'll come to.
Yeah. So and then we're here today. So
you're here today.
Yeah.
Therapist, how about you? How did it all begin for you?
That's a very interesting one, actually. So my older brother always wanted to do music, but my dad didn't really support. So, like all the strict African parents and stuff like that. But yeah, so I started off from that, but I was the type that was always beating the drums. Like I played the drums, and I used to beat the tables. I was like a troublemaker in school, you understand, for a while.
Okay.
But I was scared because everybody back then was doing music, and I didn't really want it to be like just like anybody, I didn't want it to be put in that category. So one day, my boy, shout out Danny Beats, after school, I went to chill at his crib, and he was waiting. He was a producer back then, and he was waiting for an artist called Nyx to come record and stuff. So I was just saying I wasn't doing anything and watching. He was like, "Yo, do you want to try?" And I hopped on the mic for the first time. The song was big in school, but I told him, "Please don't tell anybody it's me," because I was scared at the time. I didn't want anybody to know.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, because my mom, I didn't know how she'll take that. Like everybody, I didn't want it to be classified. Oh, you two have started doing music. So like, I just laid back for a bit. Then I started off like TikTok and stuff, and I blew up. And I attained I started from modeling actually. I modeled for like a year. Then I entered into TikTok, gained like 3.2 million followers on TikTok, then into music.
Like your name, Evangelista, you started evangelizing. Music
So
evangelism.
funny thing, my mom's a pastor though.
Oh, okay, okay, all right, cool. So what are your origins as well, if you can go into that?
That's long though. My dad is half Spanish, half Filipino, and my mom is half Sierra Leonean, half Lebanese.
Okay.
But I was born and raised in Sierra Leone all my life. Yeah.
Okay, so you say you're Sierra Leonean?
Yes.
100%.
100%. That's all I've known my whole life.
Oh, your whole life, right?
Yeah.
Now, breaking through the boundaries of socials, right? TikTok to the rest of the world, as you have with the song Knack, which, listen, you hear it all of the time at a function. At least you hear it once. Okay. What would you say has also been that opening for you, or that light that has shone on you and your career so far?
Okay, so with Knack, I wasn't really focused on the record. It was more like I just wanted to have fun with music. Because these days people like take it so serious that they actually don't realize that you're supposed to have fun whilst making music. You don't need to be.
Think that you should find the balance as well?
There should be a balance to it, but now it's so strict that like, oh, if I don't get this record right, oh, something like that. Like they just overstress it. And music is not something you need to stress. It needs to come out like free. So the day before, I was at a club. Not the normal type of clubs, you understand?
I'll try and understand. If you can't say what it is, I'll get it.
I was literally just saying what happened in the club.
Oh.
The record didn't even take like 30 minutes.
Of course it wouldn't.
And after like I went, and can you imagine? I was studying architecture at the time. I was one of the best students, like A's.
Okay.
And I had to like pause my cause I was doing for music. And I was like, when I went back home, my mom gave me like a year, like, oh, you can stop college for a year. If it doesn't work out, come back to school. And I went back and I was listening to Knack and I was like, so I came all the way to do a record like this.
But you finally finished school now?
I stopped. I'm going to get back to it. Okay. I'm going to get back to it because it's too,
you paused, you've not stopped. So would wait for, when that happens as well. If you wanted to.
No, of course.
That's also very important. Right?
Yeah. So
now, in moving away from the record Knack, right, and then in meeting Myx, how did that happen? How did you guys meet up?
Yeah, you say that one.
Also, when was it? Was it last year or the year before?
The year before.
Yeah. So I was in Dubai, and he was in Dubai as well. He had a show. Shout out to Alaye, who's his manager, good friend of mine from the UK. He also used to do music. He was an artist and now he's a manager. And so Alaye was like, yo, my artist is in town, let's try connect. And it was crazy because I was flying out that night and he had a show. It's always like, so it was like, I was like, no, I got to see Alaye, do you know what I mean? And meet Therapist. Got to the hotel, he was literally like on his way out. So we had like 5 minutes, it wasn't even 5 minutes, like a quick chat. But the crazy thing is, I was playing him some tracks, because we vibe, I played him some tracks, and he was like, yo, I love this beat. And he jumped on it, like he just done a freestyle, which I've still got the video for.
Is that the Goby?
No, that's not even the Goby. That was something that's unreleased, that we'll get onto that. Okay. And then, we were like, yeah, we'll catch up. We didn't see each other. And then fast track to this year, I'd worked on a track already with Dice Ales in London. And then I was speaking to Dice, I was like, yeah, I feel like there should be like some additions. And he was like, yo, I'm open, do you know what I mean? So then I was speaking to his manager and I was like, yeah, actually, I feel like Therapist could do something on this, you know what I mean? Sent it to me, literally sent it back like super quick.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and then obviously we've been hanging out in London since like, what was it, last month or something? Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like a couple, not even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Less than
yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been hanging out. I'm sure that you're also creating a lot more new music.
Yeah, for
Would you
sure.
tell me the title of the one that is yet to be released is?
Have we even got a title?
title
You will
title
found a
proper.
title, yeah, okay. I'll take that.
She was trying to
Usually
get
they don't-
exclusive. I like that.
Yeah, no, usually they don't like to say what it is, but we would wait.
No, we ain't
okay.
even got the. That's the truth. We ain't
Okay.
even got the title.
I'm believing the two of you
Sure.
for that, all right?
Facts.
Now let's talk about Goby, which is a song that both of you are on with Ghana's very own Herman Suede as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And then also Dice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was the creation? For you as well,
Yeah.
how was the intentionality, you know, choosing all of these people
Yeah.
on the song? Goby?
So I mean, with previous like records that people that kind of might be following my music and stuff, like as a performing producer, I always try to like bring different vibes and energies together. And if that means different countries, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? Previous records have had collabs like with Catchy Catchy, that's got like Kelvin Boy, Euphoria, Camilo, and then you've got Manifest on No Apologies with an up and coming guy in London called Kimani. So it was the same kind of approach where like for me it's like the music first. Like if it makes sense sonically, like from a production perspective, then I try and pursue that. And I always try and like have like a Ghana twist to it as well, because obviously I'm Ghanaian and stuff. So that's how even Herman came into
Herman,
this
right.
situation, because I put Herman on one of my shows in Ghana, like last year, called Vibes and Fusion, one of his early shows and stuff. And since then we've just been vibing. And it was like, no, this makes sense, because you know Herman, he's got that kind of Afrobeats kind of twang as well. So the intention is just to keep bringing different energies together on this, I guess it's alternative type of sound.
Okay.
With Afrofusion kind of vibe. And yeah, if it makes sense, why not?
The Therapist. What went into creating this song, Goby, with all of these other talents? Is it easy for you to collaborate? Because I believe strongly in collaborations or featuring other people, because then what it does is, for those who didn't know you before, or who didn't know Herman or Dice or Mike's before, it would just introduce them to all of these other people, because then you understand that I, as an artist, I'm going to be promoting this. You are also going to be promoting that, right? So what went into it?
So yeah, my manager hit me up and he was like, "Yo, Mike has a song." He sent it to me, but the song was only Dice on it. Yeah. So there's the twist. So he sent me the song. It was just Dice. And I was like, "Oh, it's hard." So I have in my apartment, I have a home studio.
Okay.
So I just hopped in the studio. For me, it's just vibes for me. I don't really like to stress myself when it comes to music. I just like do what like I feel at the moment. But the catchy part was, I didn't really know what Dice was saying, because it was more like Yoruba and those type of things. So I had to send it to my Yoruba friend
To
to
explain.
translate. Because I don't want to do something that's off track and stuff. So after he told me exactly what the track was and stuff, and I just like run through that, laid some vibes. Less than 15 minutes, I did my verse.
Okay.
And yeah, it was amazing. I sent it back.
You seem to work really fast.
I do,
on
actually.
on your music. Oh.
So I sent it back. Then the song was done. They sent it back, and I heard another Herman on it. I was like, oh, right, this is mad. It was amazing actually, because Dice, I've known Dice, you understand, music wise. I think this is the first time Mike is trying to actually get all of us together and try to get to know each other and stuff, and that's good for the culture, bringing people from different countries to actually represent the culture as well.
In
so
Africa,
yeah,
totality,
so it was
right?
fun. It was fun. It was
Is
fun.
this how quick you work regularly, or for some songs as well, does it take, you know, some time for you to complete it and know that the song is ready to go?
So it depends on the song, it depends on the beat, it depends on the producer.
Okay.
Like sometimes if you have a proper like vibes and connection with the person you're working with, like it just happens. You know, sometimes you can do a song in less than 10 minutes. Sometimes you need like 5 hours, 6 hours. And sometimes if I feel like I don't get it right, I'll never send that record until I get it right.
Right.
Like I would probably do like 10, 15 takes, different melodies, different lyrics, everything before like I'm okay. Because I like criticism, good criticism. Like I play my songs and I'm like, yo, do you think this is hard? If I feel like it's a bit too, I'll change it. I don't even need to like, I just change
it. Was that the same energy with your song 4x4 as well?
4x4, it was with Magic Sticks. That's Ashake's. He produced Ashake's entire album, like the first 2 albums and stuff. So it was just pure vibes. I had good people in the studio and everything. Everybody was lit. So it just happened. It wasn't even long. The truth is, 4x4 wasn't long at all.
Another song created in a very short while.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that with how your songs go, there's, you know, some attention paid to its promo and marketing, or based on the vibes that you create it with, you just push it out and hope that the universe does its thing? Because I think that the 4x4 is going quite well.
So with the way, you also need a good team, like a proper team as well. Like even though, like you can have a very good record, right? If you don't have a proper team, you would never, like your song will never see the light of the day, bro. Like that's the truth.
Okay.
Sometimes it just happens that like your song will just drop, pops off. Maybe like someone sees it and likes it, probably has a huge following.
But even that these days,
it's hard to tell.
It's engineered. It's like, you know what I mean? Like having something that just goes viral.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Well, sometimes it's like it's something that's orchestrated behind the scenes to seem as though it's just gone viral. But you know, influencers are being paid, everyone's getting paid, you know, and that's just how it goes. I mean,
it's an ecosystem,
yeah,
so
exactly.
it goes
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying.
But you know, the funniest part is like, for me, it's more easier because I came off from TikTok and I built a lot of relationships off it.
Right.
So most of the times, if I drop songs, like these are my friends, I call
the market is ready.
You understand? So like, I just drop a record and I try to like make my music not too complex per se. Like a 4x4, it's a club banger. I know I'm doing it for the clubs, for people to be able to like listen to it and just want to dance to it, like proper. If I want to do a song that's like to get into your feelings, not lovey, I can do that as well. You know, so it's just like that. Sometimes it just be random.
Versatile,
yeah.
Michael, I did mention that we'll talk about the song Euphoria.
Oh yeah.
Really soon, and that's what is with Mr. Drew, right?
Yeah. So
and then also Savara.
Yeah, Savara.
Okay.
And
all right.
Mr. Drew.
Now for this song, it was considered for a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, that's
so
right,
just take us through that as well. And then also, I mean, I know this is an opening for you, right?
Sure.
Fingers crossed, hopefully next year you're going to get a song in there.
Amen to that. Yeah. Yeah, so Euphoria is a record that I produced for Savara. Savara's from Sauti Soul, which is like a huge, like massive group from Kenya. But recently they haven't split up, but they're doing individual projects. So BN is doing his project, Savara, and then you got Fancy Fingers as well. Anyway, so done this track. Funny enough, it was during Grammy week last year.
Okay.
So we was in LA, and we were all staying in like a huge apartment in LA. So BM was there, Savara and stuff, and literally everyone had music. Like we were like recording every day. So done this record called Euphoria. And then, you know, we were talking about Ghana and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I'd love to get someone on this, like, who do you think? And I was like, yeah, cool, I'll work on it. And Mr. Drew, I've worked with him before on one of my other records called All I See with Ghetto Boy and Drew, everyone knows, I call him like the Justin Timberlake of Ghana. Do you know what I mean? Not just because of the dancing and stuff.
Ghana Chris Brown.
Yeah, there you go. But not just because of like his performing, but like melodically, he's like, he comes with an R&B approach.
Okay.
And for that particular record, I really, like as a producer, wanted to bring that type of flavor. Because Kenyans, they love that type of soul, R&B type of stuff. They're very much into that. So again, it was another crazy thing, like I sent the track to Drew. I think it was like the same day because there was like a deadline. He sent it back. Savara really loved it as well. And then we put it forward for Grammys. It got through like the first stage for consideration and stuff, which is great. Do you know what I mean? I think for me, I always take the small wins. Do you know what I mean?
It only gets better.
Exactly.
As well, so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mr. Drew, and yeah, we're still.
And I think shouts to you too for always considering your Ghanaian brethren.
Yeah, I mean that's what I try to
them
do. You know, I mean it's not easy all the time trying to get hold of some of these, you know, artists, but that's a whole another conversation.
Oh well,
that's a different conversation, logistics wise, and just, you know, people have their teams, people have their ways, people have how they, you know, how they want to be approached or whatever. And I get it, you know, people are artists, so, you know, but the music still drives me.
And congratulations on your recent win, Producer of the Year at the recently held Ghana Music Awards.
Okay,
UK.
yeah, appreciate
congratulations
that. Yeah.
on that. Are you both in Ghana for the holidays?
Is it not the holidays now? Or
no, I mean, technically
yeah.
it hasn't really started. In a few days, maybe.
Yeah.
For me, like, I came and went on Monday.
Yeah.
Monday I had a show,
Okay.
like literally.
Oh, you had a show?
Monday, like back home.
Oh,
I did the show around 4.
Okay.
I had to leave because I had to leave for the airport like 4:35.
Like AM.
So after the show, I just went direct to the airport to be here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You understand? So like after I'm going back on the 20th. The next day I have a show. The other day I have a show. The other day I have a show.
Back to back.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you won't be.
But I'll be back. I'll be back in January for sure.
Oh,
I need to
okay.
enjoy Ghana proper.
You can catch just
Catch
the
tail end,
the tail end of it.
Yeah, I'm usually always here. Things can change. I don't know. At the moment, I might be here for a few, maybe another week or so, and then go and then come. I don't know. It's
in and out.
In and out type of vibe.
How would you say this year, 2024, has been for you both?
It's been a good year. I'm not even gonna lie, because after my first song, I went like MIA for a bit because like I had a huge record label issue after my first song, and that was one of the most craziest things. I couldn't drop anything for like 2 years. I couldn't do shows. I remember like 2 years ago, I was nominated for Ghana Music Awards as well.
Oh, nice.
For best male African artist of the year, and I think the nominations were Burna Boy, Ashake, but I even couldn't come because like it was a long thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was so long that.
But that has been sorted now.
Yeah, this year, this year came out, got signed to Sony Music on the 5K Records. Shout out to the team, Alai, Bamiro, Win. And we started dropping songs like 2 months ago. And we're here again. We're doing shows now and stuff. So we can only get up from here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also, I'm just going to wish you the very best, okay,
Thank you.
With your shows, because you mentioned that you have a lot of back-to-back as well. And then for my quest as well, it will be everything that you are in Ghana to do. I'm also looking at it as getting or onboarding a lot more Ghanaian artists onto projects.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many that I've been working with. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to like Ara the J, shout out to Annabelle Rose.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, those, you know, there's a bunch of artists like that we've been working with. So, you know, it's exciting times. I think the scene is like really.
Are you going to be putting that in a body of work, or are those just singles?
No, so the album's coming out next year.
When is it coming?
Next year.
When it's ready?
2025. It's coming out 2025.
Okay. We'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it's going to be dope.
Okay, we are looking forward to that. All right, thank you for coming, gentlemen.
Cool. Thank you for having us.
All right, I've been speaking on Unpacking to the therapist, who is a musician, and then also Myx Quest, who is a composer and a producer. The full conversation, as usual, will be on our YouTube 3 Music Networks. My name is Lenny Lomote. Of course, we have more for you on the show.